Here we go then, it's our first of two huge double headers here at Haileybury against Oundle. 10 games of rugby across the age groups for these sides, but this is the one that matters the most. It's the first team fixture on the main pitch, and let's have a look at the two sides competing in the contest today. So the hosts, Haileybury School, who've had a fantastic start to the season. Ollie Firth and Tim Luckrock starts in the front row with the captain, George Brand, the Welsh international at hooker. Sam Small and Ruben Gillam are both wearing number 5, but head boy Gillam's got his scrum hat on to help us out. Emilio Christofis starts in the back row with Elwood. Harrison Hales, both big hitters, and vice-captain George Johnson rounds out the pack, a classy player. Leo Davis starts at scrum half, the wicketkeeper batsman from Essex under 18, with Will Grace at fly half. Blake Milne and Ed Wright start in the centres with Jack Ansell on one wing and Charlie Wedge on the other, man of the match in their opening game of the season against Felsted. Sam Sofalua starts at fullback. And let's have a look at the away side here. Last names only for Oundle, but that's enough to identify them here out on the field. 3 C's in the front row, Chem, Campbell and Crown, coached by Vili Masai, the head coach for Oundle, 36-time Tongan international hooker. Toriati, whose sister's taking part in the hockey later in the row, alongside Lyle, Imre, Zhang and Nath of the Northampton State, starts at number 8. Well, fly half Wilson of the Northants cricket is out, so the captain Anam steps into his place at 10 with Salt at 9. Karpanos, the Saints winger, moves into the centres alongside Miller, 2 Northampton players in the centre. That means Hayward on one wing, Lynch at fullback, and a first team debut for Ogunmonyi on the other wing. Well, now an opportunity to introduce you to our 2 co-commentators. I am joined by Saracens Ben Thor of the first 15 as they kick off here against Oundle. It's hung up high into the overcast skies here and claimed calmly on the 22. Nice early break. Pinpoint from Campbell, but it's a fine steal from Gillam, and Haileybury now have to take this chance. They're into the 22 for the first time, I believe, in this last 15 minutes or so. Payne Kirk, oh, it's going to be a run-in for Sofalua. 35 minutes of stalemate, but Haileybury make it look oh so simple in the end. And right on half-time, they have finally broken the deficit. Oundle will be kicking themselves here.
That's time.
And that is time at the end. Let's have a look. It was very simple hands in the end. The injection of pace here, I believe, from Payne Cook. Drew in that last defender, and they had 2 over in the end. Big swan dive from Sam Sofalua.
Yeah, that's a great pass from Archie there. He's really put the ball where it is in space, and you know, Sam's just finished off. Walk-in try, easy as that.
Oundle have been all over the smiles on the faces of Sofalua and company at half-time. Oundle, who did so much right in that first half, have got to find a way to pick the lock here against Haileybury. It's just 7-0 at half-time. Will be back row is as wide as he can be on this left-hand side, but to the short side they persist. It's another hard line. Oh, snipe down the blind side, looking to catch Haileybury out. Dragged towards touch, but the ball's still in play. Oundle inches away. Rolling through the contact, still laying it back. It's Salt in control, leaves it for the forwards instead. Another dart at the line.
Same again, behind the line.
Chen kept out.
K3,
Spencer! Try given!
He's made one movement and you've all driven him across.
Just about gets away from Brandt. The line break from the new man OG has set up the score for another first half substitute in Spencer, and Oundle have a chance to equalise.
So if your ball
well, the game almost back level now.
Like this, and a tackle
good set of play like from Oundle, unfortunately. But the boys now need to inject something, have a quick huddle, and then go back at it.
Well, Oundle have learnt from their mistakes in the first half. They didn't rush things here, they were patient. Salt wanted to go quick, but the forwards took control. Right hand upright, so Haileybury stay in front by 2. Echezarreta. Another little show and go. Good work, Echezarreta coming round the corner. Oh, stepping on the inside. Surely this is it for Oundle. Karpanos. Delight from the Oundle bench. Karpanos cutting back inside. And all of a sudden, he had the freedom of the Haileybury turf.
Yeah, Oundle knocking on the door. Good try from them. The boys really need to regroup here and, you know, regather some thoughts and then go straight back at it.
Echezarreta on as a substitute. Look how hard he worked there from the back of the line out, coming around the corner, and then the dummy just did Sofalua, who's so often been the man to scramble back and save Haileybury. Oundle take the lead for the first time in the...
Yeah, the boys have been down a lot this season, so obviously still backing them to get back at it and win this match.
Well, in the end, the Haileybury lead lasted only 3 or 4 minutes in total. Suddenly the game's come alive. This is what the contest needed. Karpanos scores. The Northampton Saints winger moved into the centres wide. Good delay on the pass. It's the man you want with a bit of space. Sofalua, still going Sofalua. It's a real contest in there, but finally the ball has come Haileybury's way, playing the 9. It's going to be a penalty. Well, they're not going to mess around here. Quick tap. And were they back 10? It might not matter here. What a carry by Ansel. Oh, and he's gone the full way himself.
4.
And it's a yellow card as well for Toriati, who was not back 10. But Jack Ansel didn't need them to be back 10. He could just weave his way through. What a run again from Sofalua. What a game he's had. If Haileybury are going to turn this around, he'll be key. And then the scrum half, well, quick thinking. Started out on the wing, but has moved to 9. And, well, he had to let go, really, Toriati, because he'd already given the penalty away. I mean, one could suggest that he should have just taken his medicine and brought down the scrum half. But far too respectful.
They can go again.
Quick thinking by Jack Ansel. And with the wind howling in their faces, Oundle are asked to go and work their way up the field again.
Whenever you're ready, please.
Just about got it down. And it's Salt, the scrum half for Oundle, who will get the kick-off here. And it's a famous win for Oundle. Is this the moment to turn their season around after a couple of close defeats? This is a statement win for the away side. With the wind at their backs in the second half, Haileybury just were not clinical enough. And a final 10 minutes of defensive perfection from Oundle. Turnovers time and time again. Well, a second half that really lit up in the early stages, but not for Haileybury, unfortunately, there, who just couldn't get over the line.